Making a bath panel. If you've already got an acrylic panel fitted, take it off. You'll probably find it screwed to a batten at the bottom. Undo any stabilizing brackets. These are usually bolted to the bath frame. Now, measure the height and width of the panel. Most DIY outlets or merchants will cut the timber to size. That's very handy. It's also important that you use good quality marine ply of about 15mm thickness. Try the timber to make sure the size is correct. Here we need to cut the panel around these two pipes. Mark the center of each pipe onto the panel. Measure and mark the depth of the pipes. With a flat-bladed wood bit, cut 2 holes into the panel. These will eventually fit around the pipes. Square off the outsides with a set square. Now remove this section with a saw. Don't forget to smooth up any rough edges with a medium density glass paper. Check the underside of the bath to see if there are any obstructions. The panel will have to be cut around these. Now, to make things simple, we've marked these onto the bath with a pencil. Then transferred the positions to the panel. Cut any sections out with a tenon saw. Now, fit the panel into position. It'll probably be a tight fit, in which case, knock it into position. Mark across the bottom of the panel where pilot holes will need to be drilled in order to screw the panel onto the batten. We're going to fix some decorative beading to this panel. Mark the top and bottom positions where the beading will be fixed. As most baths run down to the plug hole and are therefore unlevel, square up the lines with a spirit level. Mark the vertical positions for the beading. Again, use the level to mark the panel. Find the center of the panel and square this up vertically with the spirit level. OK, we've now marked up our panel, ready to fix the beading. Choose a suitable bead profile. There are lots to choose from. And cut a 45-degree angle using a miter block. Place this on the panel and mark off the position of your other 45-degree angle. Cut this off to size. Knock panel pins into the beading. They'll be a lot easier to fit if you've already started them in the beading. Position the beading on the bath panel. taking care to line it up correctly. Now just knock the pins into the panel. But don't knock them all the way in, just in case they've got to be removed for minor adjustments later. And fix the bottom pieces of bead in exactly the same way. OK, now cut another 45-degree angle and place this onto the panel between the other two lengths of bead. Mark and cut. Always a good idea to use a tenon saw when cutting small decorative timbers like this. Line up carefully and fix in exactly the same way as before. Repeat the same process on the left-hand side of the panel. When you're satisfied that the beading is positioned correctly, the nails can be hammered completely in. To stop the timber splitting, it's advisable to flatten the point off with your hammer. We're going to fix a piece of edging strip to the corner of the bath panel. This will tidy up the rough edge of the plywood on the corner. Sand down with a medium-grade glass paper and decorate to suit your decor. This job can be completed for a fraction of the cost of buying a ready-made bath panel.